Strawberries are doing good. They're just kind of dormant until I'll come back in the springtime and they'll just start shooting out. See the little guy there? He's gonna shoot out pretty soon. Sounds like the chickens over there are either laying an egg or kind of frustrated. Hear them? There's the garden, doing good. I might pick some kale for later on today. It's looking good and tasty. Folks, every garden starts with a plan. Every orchard starts with a plan. And if it doesn't start with a plan, you know, at least we thought of it, and therefore it was a somewhat plan. But it's a very smart idea to write out the plans you have for your orchard or for your garden. And today I'm doing a lot of planning on orchards. I'm gonna go in there and show you guys what I got going on in there. I'm kind of curious what the worms are looking like right now. Let's check them out. Oh yeah, big one right there. Hey buddy. Big old worms, all happy in there. Let's put this back. All right. Cannot wait for spring for this to just go crazy. I'm gonna go inside. It's gonna be not crazy exciting because it's just a piece of paper, but there will be a time lapse. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna create this design. Whenever you're creating designs, try to think in terms of productivity, but also beauty. You gotta think in terms of productivity and beauty. I think that the value of beauty is underrated, actually, because so often we just get in this scientific mind of go, we're gonna make something super productive. We're gonna make it just, you know, minimum inputs for the maximum outputs. And there's a lot to be said about that. Like, there's a lot of good that can happen from having the more left brain types of thinking, but we have to also think in terms of the right brain, because reality is that beauty is one of the driving forces, I think, of why people are happy or joyful. A world without beauty would be just dry and gray and no fun. But if we are people that create beauty by bringing aesthetic appeal into landscapes, into houses, that is one of the ways that we can bring joy into our own family's lives, into our extended family and friends and all the folks. So that's my suggestion, is as you're designing your orchard or gardens, try to do it in a way that's going to inspire beauty. That's what we're about to do. Let's get in there and start drawing that design. Alrighty then, folks, we have completed this plan. Let me go over it and show you some of the details. As you can see, we have a deer fence that's going all around the perimeter. Got a lot of deer, a lot of potential problems. That's one of the main things that tends to make an orchard or a vineyard, anything like that, just not do good, to fail. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you are bringing in protection. So this is going to be a deer fence going all the way around. The buffer here is about 7.5 feet because 7.5 feet there, that is 15 feet total. The actual area is going to be 105 feet by 105 feet. So it's a perfect square. That's due to just the location they're at. That's how much available space we've got. We have 2 rows of grapevines up here, doing well. Every little section like this is 5 feet. So we have a 5-foot bed with the grapevines, 5-foot pathway. One of the reasons we chose 5 feet is it's a number that's easy to manage, but also their mowing deck on their mower is 5 feet. So that means they're going to be able to mow this in one swipe going through. Then we have a 5-foot bed going down. These beds are constructed from, they're going to get some soil and put down about 4 inches to 6 inches of soil, and then on top of that we're going to do arbor mulch, wood chips. Hopefully we're going to get to about 6 inches to a foot thick all the way along these beds. And then each dot like this is a tree. Of course, they're not all going to be spaced perfectly like that. Some trees need more space, some needs less. We have peach, pears, apples, cherries, persimmons. Other options might pop out as we're thinking about it. But the average distance for fruit trees is going to be 15 feet or 5 meters. So we have 15 feet from here to here, and then within the beds, underneath those trees, this right here is a row of a berry bush, some type of berry bush. We have blackberries, raspberries, wineberries, and those are the main fruiting berries. We may add some more exotic ones as they think about them, but for now those are the good first for 3 options there. Those are going to wind right through the understory of the fruit trees. And then because as it winds through we have this whole section right here, there's potential to put another little arch or another hedge of a berry bush right there. Or we could do things like strawberry patches right in these sections, or we can do little garden sections, whatever they end up wanting to do. But there's potential for so much growth underneath these trees. Because these are fruit trees, they're spaced out nicely, there's going to be sunlight coming underneath them. It's not going to be direct sunlight, but it'll be plenty for especially berry bushes like blackberries and raspberries and wineberries that thrive under the understory out in forests. So of course they're going to thrive here. So same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I suggest that we do the larger trees towards the bottom, because down here is a creek, and up here the topography goes up like this. So this area is higher on the hill, this area is lower. Partially the reason I put the grapevines up here is because grapes do great in more dry, arid, harsher conditions. It actually makes the grapes taste even better. So that's the reason for putting these up here, as well as they were going to be the first thing you see as you come in through here. That's where you would come from. You're going to see these grapes. Whereas if we were to put the grapes within the orchard or lower, then you wouldn't see them. So they're the first thing you're going to see. It's going to be beautiful. You come in and you have these rows of trees, and then on the bottom we have the taller trees. So that what you get is you walking in, you have this cascading effect. So you can see it all, and it's just going to be very aesthetically pleasing. As you go around here, of course, these are just grass right here. The big swaths are just grass. They're 15 feet, so 3 passes with the mower and you're done. And one of the cool aspects about that is all this grass here is going to be shot out the side, and over time that will actually build up the soil here. Also, they could be planting, if they want to, they could go through and plant swaths of cover crops all the way down there, and those, when they're done, will be chopped down and used to mulch and fertilize the orchard. So that's another method there. And then this is an option. This is not a have to, this is a maybe, but I had the idea of doing a circular, just kind of an oasis right in the middle of this orchard, because you have all these trees around, you have the orchard, you have the fence, it's looking really good, but then once you come to this focal point right here of just this beautiful place to just relax, you know, have a picnic with family, to enjoy the outdoors. Around here they have a pond and they have some other aspects of the landscape you guys will see when we go out there, but It's just going to be a nice, secluded, but also open space. What we have here is bushes. As far as these perimeter border bushes, I was thinking of boxwood or gardenia. This whole area right here just has a little bit of a European feel. As it started coming out, it just started looking more like that. But yeah, so we have, this is a 5-foot path, and these can be grass, or we can keep it all mulched, whatever they want to do. But yeah, we have a path going through. This is all mulched, of course, so these beds turn into this larger bed. And we have plants going around here. We could either use plants or stones, small, like this big field stone. So stones coming around, either 2 boulders there or 2 smaller, more slender trees, maybe some arborvitae. So this will be like a welcoming place. You come through, you come in, walk in, and this is going to be a separate type of tree, different than all the other trees, and that will arch out probably about to out here. So kind of a larger tree that's going to be part of the upper canopy. Maybe a weeping willow. I love willows, but they do take a lot of energy, of nutrients and water from the landscape. So we'll see if we do that or not. But a beautiful tree that's not going to shade these surrounding trees that much. Of course, the rows of trees continue. We still have tree there, tree there, tree there. We have these berry bushes coming around, but then we have these evergreen is what I would like to do. Evergreen bushes there and there. Evergreen swoops right there, here and here. And it just creates a beautiful way for the eye to follow in, want to come into this oasis. And then right here we can have this tree. I thought it'd be fun to do like a bench that goes around the tree so you can sit down on it in any direction. But that's just an idea, it doesn't have to happen. We could do a rock bed around it with herbs and all kinds of flowers that smell beautiful, smell great. And then, you know, just another little aspect here and here with other bushes. These could be fruit bushes, could be flowering, flower bed right there. There's all kinds of options for this beautiful midsection here. But yeah, that's like the focal point from which all the rest flows out. We have a gate here, We may put a gate down here for entrance. But yeah, here, that's the big picture. The rows are 5 feet wide and the paths are 15. Of course, there's 5 feet in between these grapevines here. There's the plan. It's done. This was my first thoughts here. I just sketched them all out, and then I really made the full plan right there. Folks, that's all it takes. A little pencil, a little cheap roller, bam, 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 creativity, and you have a plan.